In our last video, we complete the backend part. In this video, I'm going to talk about the front end part. Front end part, I'm going to install the Angular. So you type Angular CLI. Here we have to click on this first one, CLI here. Here this one should be the installing Angular. So you have to copy this clipboard and back it over here. Here you have to type CMD, open up the CMD over here. You have to paste it over here and press enter key on your keyboard. You have to wait until the Angular CLI configuration completed. Now here the Angular configuration successfully. Now I'm going to create the new app. So go below. This is the, you just copy this command, paste it. You have to change this one as a my. This is a front end app. Front end app. Press enter key. You have to wait until the you have to press router outlet, yes. You have to select as the second one, SCSS, press enter key. Now you have to wait until the project has been created. Okay, here it will be creating. You have to wait until the process completed. Now the Angular installation is completed. Now here this folder is created successfully. Just double click on this. This is your folder structure. I'm going to open up on the VS Code editor. You type CMD code space dot, press enter key. Your project is open up the VS Code editor. Right. Now here, now I'm going to create the new components. So here we have to go to the src app. This is the app. Here this is your component, right? App component. This is default, it will be created. So when you run the Angular app application here, if you run it, here ng serve, you type the command serve to run the application check. Now the application is ready. I'm going to run the code here. This one, copy this one, back to my browser, paste it over here and here. It's Angular welcome page. Now I'm going to go to back to my back to my project. So this is the, you have to go to the app. Inside the app we have a HTML file. This is a style which will be play on your welcome page. Okay. Now let's remove all the things. We don't need them. Okay. Keep only the route outlet. Okay. Other thing are down. We have to remove it. You have to write here h1. I have to write hello. Just file, save all. Back to your application. Here hello is display. Right. So what to do here is, React is the Angular is a single page application. It managed by the components. Right. So this is the main file of the index.html. It will be calling app root. The app root is available on where? Here this is the inside the app folder. Here you can go to the app.ts file. This is the app root it will be calling. This app root it will be calling over here. Right? So that it will be getting the output. Right? Now first what I'm going to do is, I'm going to implement the Bootstrap. So go here, so get started Bootstrap. Go to the respective website. Get started. Start the Bootstrap style. Oh, this is the styles. Okay, here min.css, all things are there. I just copy these all things. Just we have tried Bootstrap 4. Okay, we have tried Bootstrap 4. So to get this CSS type, min.css, copy it and paste it over here. Right. Now let's file, save all. Now I'm going to make the design of the front end. So in order to make the front end design, I'm going to go to your application is running. Now I'm going to go to your folder. I'm getting the another CMD. Here I'm going to create the new components. Defaultly the app component is created. If you want to create a new component, you have to type the command ng generate G means generate, stands for generate. Short form we have tried G. Component we have create only C component. The component, what is the component I'm going to create is employee component. Press enter key on your keyboard. Okay, it will be creating. Okay, after that we have to create another component which is a dashboard component. After that we have to create the task component. Right, these are the three different components we have to create. Okay, right here you can see the employee component has been created successfully. Now I'm going to create another component which is a dashboard component. So here I'm going to create dashboard component. Dashboard. Okay, after that I'm going to create another component which is a task component. Okay, so write another component ng generate C task. Press enter key. Now you can see your task component has been created. Now we have created three components here: employee component, task component, and dashboard component. Now first I'm going to go to the employee component. This is the employee component. Before that, I'm going to go to this is my app.html over here. This one I'm going to design our page. I'm going to design the page a little bit. So what I did here is going to do is here. I'll be explained, don't worry. Here I'm going to here this is our outlook. Here I'm going to make the simple design. Okay, Bootstrap design. This is the div tag starting container. Okay, so div tag close container over here, right? Inside here, first you have to implement the div row. Okay, this is a simple Bootstrap style. This is the heading. You have to write the heading of the heading. You have to write the heading. So class row. This is simple heading. You have the 12 size. You have given the 12. Okay, this is the heading. Okay, right. Now we have to implement the style. This heading. We have to implement the H1. We have to style it. Style it. How to style it here is here. This is the HTML file. Here you can CSS. This is style file. CSS style file. I'm going to give the style as simple style I have written. Okay, this is a simple style. Okay, the H1 the H1 tag how to style we have to given here as I need to display the font color as I want to display the font color which is a white, background color display as green, blue, dark blue, and some padding. This is a font family. You have to declare like this, right? After that, what you're going to do is here we have the black, right? You have to write like this, dark blue along with the white, right? Okay, right. So if you want to make right, later on we will change the style. Okay. So after that, this is the header. After that, inside the header we have a sidebar section. You can see the sidebar section. This is sidebar row. This row we have this first row. First row will be the heading. Second row we have separate. We split of the rows columns. We have split of the columns. Okay, one is a 3, another one is a 9. Okay, total values to 12. We have to split out. First one is a 3, second one is a 9. So here first the first one we have to create the links. We have to create the links. So how to create the links? We have to create the unordered list. This is the unordered list. We have to implement the unordered list starting in the close it here. Inside here we have to write the anchor tags. Right, anchor tags, route, link. This is the way we have in Angular. We have to link it. Router link slash. If the request is coming slash, it is open of the dashboard. If the request is from slash employee, it goes to the employee component. Say employee component. You have to write the employee component. If the request is coming slash task, it's to open up this task. Okay, this is how the route outlet is working. Okay, this is how it's working. The links working. After that, when you click the links, our content is loading to the route outlet. Here the route outlet. You have to mention the route outlet over here. Right? That's it. That's the thing you have to write it. Okay, very simple. Right. Now what I'm going to do is we have to go to the page employee model TS. Employee model TS. Here I'm going to implement two things. Okay, model TS. You have to implement these two things. Here in the import section, comma, you have to write forms modules and HTTP client modules. You have to import this form module. If you click on this one, the byte symbol, you have to import the following package. It will be the HTTP module. If you import it, you can't getting the library, so it's no problem. You have to get them over here. Client model. You have to paste it over here. Right here. The HTTP client module, it will be resided on the Angular common HTTP. It will reside on over here. Okay, it is resided over here. Right? That's it. That's the thing. Then only we have to implement the if you are not import these two imports, form module and HTTP client module, you can't. The RESTful API is not working, and form modules are not working. Okay, so you must implement these two things. Then only these two things are working. Okay, now fine. Now what I'm going to do is, after that we have to go to the employee component. Here we have to form design. Okay, we have form design. So form design, we have to create a simple form, and along with the table, both I copy and paste. I'll explain it. So if I writing and explain it, take too much of time to complete this project. That's why I just copy and paste. This is all the source code I provided. Don't worry. Right. So here, employee component model. First, I have created the row. The first row. The first row. You have to create the row. Okay. The save the row. The first row. We have to split it. First one is the column 5. Second is the 7. Okay. This first row. The row here you can see here. Here creating this one, create employee. You have to create the heading employee. It has an underline. Here we have a div tag. It's a card. We have a Bootstrap card section. Right. After that, we have a form implementation. It's a horizontal form. A form consists of 3 fields: name, address, and mobile. Okay, we have a consists of 3 fields. Okay, this how we have a Angular. We have write it. This is simple input field. 3 input field. It consists of 3 fields. First, a name. Second is address. Second one is address. What is second one is address? After that, what is the thing is? It's a form. Form. Just 3 fields are there. Now, what I'm going to do is here, when you go to the API section, okay, here the form. These are the 3 fields. The same thing you have created at the front end as well. 3 fields. Right. Here, this is not error. We have to go back to our TS, employee TS file. Here we are writing the logic. Logic means here only the employee component TS file, only the design is available. Our coding section, that is a logic section in Angular, there is a separate file which is a employee component TS file. Here we have writing the logics. Right. Logic, first what you are going to do is we have to get this logic here. Right. Here first what you are going to do is we have to get this one lines. I will be explained, don't worry. Right. Right. First, what you are going to do is here, I'm going to create the variables name, address, phone. These are the 3 variables we have created. Okay, 3 variables: name, address, and phone number. Okay, what is the value on this? Is like a front end. This same front end. We have add record, and we saw already the front end. This name, address, phone number. The same thing here. What is the value you are entered? This form, name, address, phone number. Click save button. What happens is first we have to coming. Okay, this is a variable you are declaring here. Right. This one HTTP request. Okay, this is how we have to import this model for RESTful API. When you connect with the RESTful API, you have to implement in the Angular HTTP client. This is a constructor you have to implement it. You have to write like this. Don't worry, the all source code I provide you. Right. First function, we have registered the form. Okay. I register the form. This one should be the name, address, the form. Same thing, the name, address, the phone. So here you can see these three things. If you go to the postman, these three things you can set it. So this is the backend value. We have set it here: name, address, and phone number. These are the form fields values. Okay, what are the values you are type on this form name here? This form consists of three fields. Okay, if you enter the name and address and phone mobile number, okay, when you click save button, it coming here to the register. Okay, save button. It will be putting the values over here and give to the RESTful relevant API. The API, what is the API we have get request with handling? What's the API we have get request with handling? We have to get the API. Now here, now you can see here this API. So API, we have to set the API as well. So here, let's go to our backend. So this is a backend. When the URL is coming like this, /employee. So Postman, how do we have written? employee/create. This is how the URL is working. This is a port we are running our backend part. Copy it, paste it over here. The registration page, right? So this all the data, what is the value you are typing on the form, getting all the value, set into here. Okay, this all things we have set these values in front end, backend here in Postman. This value you are getting in the form. Now you are sending to the RESTful API. Okay, this API you are sending the API, this API, right? Along with the post request, the data means this body data, response type text, your response type text. Okay, here subscribe. Okay, you have to, if you have need, if you have no need this at the moment, you have to remove it. That's it. Now let's add the data. We have to clear off all the data. This is what clear name, address, and mobile. That's it. That's the thing you have to write. Here also you have a clear button. Clear. Phone number. That's it. That's the thing you have to write it. Okay. Right. After that, we have to, after add the data, we have to view the data. So we have create the function. We have a get employee. So the API is, what is the API? I set it our what is the API? We set it. We set the API, which is a employee get out, this API. So write this API. Okay, you have to write that this API, get all API. So here you write here employee, this one. Suppose it will be running and get the data and load it. Right. This also employee array. Now it will be, we have to when the request is, when the page is loaded, get all employee. It's go to the particular API and load all the data, get the result, and pass in the employee array back to here. Employee array, get all the data. Here write employee ID. This is the ID. This is employee name, address, and phone. Right. We have created the simple table. Here the table ID. So create simple table. These are the table columns. We have created table columns. Okay, name, address, phone. Option mean it's a edit and delete. Right? When you click the edit data, it goes to the edit page. The form passing the data to the form. We will be able to edit the record. When you click the button, okay, here it goes to the edit item. Just set, right? So first see this one, save data. After that we have to go on here, right? So first what I'm going to say, this one, these two things we have to, I'm going to comment it. This one should be just save data, save function. Let me check. When you click save button, this also I'm going to make this one also. We have to just remove these lines, control save. Later on we have this one should be save data. Now let's check it. right? So here we have to, another things we have to do it here is, we have a routes management. Another things we having uh, in the here the app routing model ts. Go this file inside here. We have to manage all the routes. You have to manage all the routes. So how to manage all the routes? You have to write like this. These are your manage routes. Path is this dashboard. This is a dashboard. You have to create a dashboard uh, component. After that, say employee component. Second one is that if you request is coming path employee, say employee component. This one should be if the request is task component. Here, declare task component. Right. Perfect. Save all. Right, check back. Here it's working. Here it's working. Here, if you click employee, it goes to the employee component. Here it's working. So task works. Here it's working. Now it's simple. Little bit error. What's the error? Will be see what the error is. It is right. So it is working. Here, so click on this one. It goes successfully. But simple error. What is the error? Goes to employee. Go to the employee. Not here. The error is coming here. App.html. Right here, the route router, this route routers we have to remove it. I called 2 times route router. That's a problem. Now here, now it's working. Here, if you click on this employee, go to dashboard, task, employee. It has a form. Working perfectly well. Very simple. Here we have a button. All things are there. Now I'm going to add a new record. John. So before that, before add the record, we have to do another simple stuff. We have to go to my front end. Backend. This is my backend. Backend. I'm going to do it. Another thing we have to do it here is we have to install npm cors cross. Then only we have to implement this API. So this is a cross. Okay. So here this one. Let's go to server. We implement over here. We have set it this one. Where's your front end port? We have to mention cross origin cross. This is the package. Our front end port is this. Okay, localhost 4200 with the port which we have Angular application is run. We have to mention over here. Okay, now let's save all. Now we have to run the application. So node server.js. Sorry, this is not app. This is server. I just did server. This is server. I have written here server. Again, if you make the changes, file, save all. Again, run the app. Node server.js. Now we are port is connected, DB is connected. Now let me go to our front end. Oh, now here the simple problem. The port is some problem. Here we have to go to the server. I've given here 6000 port. Instead of that, I'm going to change the port. Some other port will be assigning as 600. Okay, I ran into the problem with the port. Okay, I have connect with some other port in the server is running on the 600. Okay, so it is not working. So I am going to change the port. Okay, the same port I am going to running another server as well, 6000. Right. So now let's go to back to again. I am going to run the server. Control C. Stop running. It's running. Now let's back to our application. Running. Go to my front end. Right here, you have to change the server here as a 6000. Here also 6000. You have to change this 3000. You have to instead of you have to change that 3000. File, save all, you have to save this one. That's the thing, you have to do it. That's it. Now let's check it, refresh it. What's the problem? Now let's packed. Alright, the problem is here. This is the get all. You can see here the backend. Here when the request is coming, the routes get all, I put it here get all employee. That's a problem. Okay, I'll check it back. Now it's working, but it's simple problem is coming here. Object, what is the problem? Okay, the problem here is loading, but the coming here is a data, right? The problem is here. I am defining here dot data. Here you can see here result, have external result dot data. Data is here. You can see here it's a data here. Inside the data, all the records are there here. You have to implement the data here as well. It's called the data. Now let's file save all. Back to application, check. Here it's working perfectly well. It's working. Here the option, we have to given the option as well. The option is I haven't given, so we have to give the option, right? So option, what you are going to do is here. Let's go to here. This table. We have to given the options, right? So here option, we have to given the edit and delete button. We have to give the edit and delete button. So go to here, the function is copied, paste it here. So option, this method I am going to explain in next tutorial, how to edit the record and delete the record. Just get rid of these lines, right? Now it's a edit and delete button, right? Now let's file save all, and we have to checking the, now let's check the output. Okay, it's working. Now here I'm going to add the new record. Let's go to the add the new record as Peter, address India, mobile number something. If you are click save button, registration successfully here. It's working perfectly well. This all the arrangement we will be do it my next video tutorial. Thank you for watching. I hope you understood so far. Thank you for watching.